Hello, everybody. My name is Jay Ward. No, not Cool Guy Jay Ward. I know. You miss him. Last week, he was supposed to do a wrestling meme review or a wrestling thing, and he didn't. To be honest, I'm taking a quick break because I want to talk about something else that's super cool that's come up recently. Stranger Things Season 3 is out. I've enjoyed the series since the first season, and I haven't seen the third season yet. So I figured before I watch the third season, I'd talk about what I think is going to happen. So before we get started with that, I just want to let you guys know that in the upper right hand corner of the screen, I hope that's right, in the top part of your screen, in one of the top two corners anyways, in the iCard section, you can click that and you can go to the last Jay Ward, Cool Guy Jay Ward video, because I'm thinking about doing a subreddit. He wants to do a subreddit, but I want to know what you guys think. So even if you don't want to watch the full video, at least go ahead and vote, because the vote will be in the iCard on that video. So you got to go there. Anyways, so yeah, go do that. So Stranger Things Season 3. There was the big monster that was over top the school in the Upside Down to close the season off. How the season's going to end, simply put, they're going to defeat the big monster. If I were the Duffy brothers, unless they already have something big in store for the next season, I would end I would end it here. Like, 3 seasons, 3 very good seasons. Kind of end it here. Do a few spin-offs. I wouldn't say let Stranger Things not exist and be, don't have it be done for. Maybe have a few spin-off series, maybe one about Eleven, and, if there's anybody else like Eleven, kind of go into that world, maybe do one with Mike and all of his friends off doing whatever, stuff like that. Kind of have that all play a very big kind of have a few spin-offs of just that. And then maybe for the 4th season, they all come back as adults, kind of like in It, when the kids all promise, like, if the evil comes back, they'll go back and defeat it. Kind of have that kind of a scenario at the end of this season, kind of like they'll all agree, and then, you do your spin-off shows, whatever, and then when season 4 comes, they're all adults, the evil is back, and they must defeat it once and for all. That kind of story for season 4. That would be, I think, really cool. And also a good way to kind of take a break from Stranger Things, still having Stranger Things content, and then season 4 kind of puts it to kaboosh for good. All of them as adults. All of them, kind of defeating the evil once and for all, and kind of being able to go live their lives as they see fit. But enough about that. Let's get more so into Stranger Things Season 3, particularly the events and other kind of plots that are going to happen throughout Stranger Things Season 3. The one thing that I really hope is addressed are the relationships. I really kind of want things like Mike and Eleven, Lucas and Max. I kind of want these relationships to become a bit more of a pivotal role. And I also kind of want to see how relationships affect the friendship between, Dustin, Lucas, Mike, and William. I kind of want to see that friendship play out. I want to see kind of this little, even if it's not to a big degree, just little ruffles, ruffling feathers, because, there are relationships, and, kind of how that kind of foils and causes havoc with all of the friends and stuff. I think that would, be a really good idea to cover. Just saying. Moving on next, another thing that I really think needs to be dealt with is all of the relationship triangle, the big relationship triangle thing between William's older brother Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve. Stevenson Hardly. You know who I'm talking about. The fun guy. I think this love triangle, for as nice as it is, I think it needs to kind of be settled at some point. It needs to be kind of decisive. And what better way to kind of do so than in this 3rd season? You kind of you take your pick, you kind of put your line in the sand or whatever, and you finish it. You be done with this love triangle nonsense. Just personally, I think they should kind of get done with it, because for as fun and as enjoyable as it is, it does need to end at some point. And you know what? Like, I'm not gonna say which option I think should be, because genuinely, it's an interesting story if you go both ways. Maybe it makes more thematical sense if Nancy goes with Jonathan, because then that kind of furthers a link between William and Mike, and those two families as a whole in general. It links that quite nicely, but at the same time, there's something to be said. Steve needs a reason to stay around, so perhaps there's a more logical reason for Nancy to go with Steve and kind of keep him in the show that way. Something like that, I think, would be a wonderful delight to see. The adults of the show, oh gosh, one of these adults need to die. It's not because they're bad, it's not because I hate them. It's kind of, we're getting to the point where, so the friend group is hopefully kind of moving on to high school in season 3, and to be honest, I just love to see how they kind of tackle kids in high school. That would be, I think, really fun, and there is a good opportunity there to kind of get some meta commentary on school today versus school then, or something. Just a thought. They should be moving into high school, relationships, all that stuff. Just start seeing how puberty messes with the cast. That is, the cast of Stranger Things. I think that would be really fun. The 3 teenagers are kind of moving into adulthood. So, they're going to kind of start having to deal with the mortgages, the bills, all that fun stuff. Kind of get some, again, just some more fun commentary on that. I'm not saying this needs to be a complete commentary on society today. But these are issues and stuff that could be tackled with these characters. Unfortunately, the adult cast are kind of, they're kind of in the fall of this, really. And I think, personally, for these characters, it would be nice to just kind of see one of them die. See the hardships of losing someone you care about, and see how these characters kind of react to it. They don't have to die a gruesome death. They don't have to die at the hands of the big monster. I mean, they don't have to. If they want to, they can, I guess. But even something as, even something as simple as just dying of old age, like, something like that could be interesting. And I think it's a story that is yet to be told. So, I mean, why not try it, I guess. Finally, last but certainly not least, in terms of the ending of this, I kind of just, I want this to be the last of it for now. Don't do more than you can, don't do more than you have to, obviously. Don't just kind of turn it into this big marketing ploy that it, kind of is. Just a thought. Again, like I said, I would end the series here, and then I just kind of go do a bunch of other stuff, Maybe you have spin-offs where, we kind of see the best friend group of, Mike, William, Dustin, and Lucas, how their friendship grows, or maybe doesn't grow, because maybe a friend is mean to, whatever, a spin-off show, something like that, Maybe find out what happened to the other kids that are, like, 11, all these little things, could really, I think, help the show continue, while at the same time still kind of being fresh and new and different. Just food for thought. If the Duffy brothers do have something incredibly cool lined up for season 4, off the tail ends of whatever the ending is for Stranger Things season 3, I'm alright with that too. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. This is just what I think of, based upon how the show is going, where the show should continue to go afterwards. Just for me, anyways. And then, like I said, you do a few spin-off shows for the next few years. If they don't work, maybe kind of move forward and get into Stranger Things season 4, which again kind of takes a page out of the movie It's playbook, where all the children kind of go back to Hawkins. They're all adults. They've all lived a half-decently good life, but now they have to come back to defeat evil. Take a page out of that playbook, throw it in here, tell that nice tale. They defeat the evil, off it goes, goodbye, sayonara. You know, feel-good moment. And that's kind of what I see happening for Stranger Things Season 3. So a lot of things that they could cover, a lot of things I think they should cover, but if they don't think they can cover it in the right way, if they don't think they have the right approach to it, I could understand that, and I think I'd be fine with not saying that there. But yeah, figured I'd make this quick video, kind of, you know, it's been, you know, the last video didn't do so well, but I need it to do well, because, you know, subreddits and whatnot. So yeah, next week I'll have a video with Cool Guy Jay Ward. He'll be back with more wrestling memes. And then I might just kind of do an on and off. You know, one week it's Cool Guy Jay Ward. The following week it's me covering the subject that isn't wrestling. Something like that. Anyways, if you don't mind, please hit the like button. Give me a subscribe if you are not already subscribed to the channel. More fun content is on the way. I'm Jay Ward. See you all later.